Hello and welcome. Raw Klingberg here. This will be our first full flight of the Klingberg Wing MkII foot-launch sailplane at Torrey Pines. Sitting here on the runway. I've just done a previous flight, so I'm sitting with the wing down. When you set up, your wings will be level. Finish a flight, the wing drops down on the ground per normal. I thought this is a nice position to go in and take a look at and walk around the aircraft and show you the setup and some of the controls. Let's see if we have it all functioning here. Yeah, the controls are going. There's up elevator, there's down elevator, there's the winglets running, and you can't see the flaps, but you can hear them. And let's go in and take a closer look at it. We can zoom in here. Oop, got you a little too far off to one side. There we go. And you see we got the pilot set up in a paragliding style harness in real life that allows the pilot to swing his weight forward and aft for different trim speeds. And who knows, we might make that active in a future version if we can figure out how to do that. The pilot is active with the side stick controller, and you can see that right here. It's ailerons, and there's elevator, down, up, and the wheels do roll. You'll see those spinning after you finish your takeoff. And you'll notice that there's a Lexan windscreen around the outside as part of the cockpit enclosure. In real life, the aft cockpit enclosure is a soft vinyl for the see-through part, and then Dacron fabric. And it's all supported by carbon fiber tubing that's flexible. That can all just go flat and roll up for storage. We have it just set up as a rigid surface here. The two parts of the pilot that are active right now are his arms and hands for the controls. There you see the mixer working nicely. You can see the up elevator, they both go together, down elevator, they go together, and you got right and left there. And that is set up just like the mixer in real life. And then we have the flaps on his left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flap positions. And those are functional for you VR goggle users. You'll be able to do that just with your hands. You won't have to interface with any toggles or keyboard. And the tow line normally, let me go see if I can go back to that. The tow line normally comes in right there at the nose of the wing, right between those two plates that you see holding the vertical strut. That's where the release normally goes. Let me see if I can walk around here, and let's go around to the back side here. And there you can see, right here you see a little B button. That's for the brakes. That's for the virtual VR folks. You can just reach over and touch that button. That releases the brakes. For the keyboard and joystick users, we can just hit the B button on the keyboard to release the brakes or reapply them. So you can go either way on that, depending on how you're set up. Let's see if we can go into the cockpit here and take a closer look. Okay, here we are inside the cockpit. We're still tilted to the one side because I haven't reset for the winch yet, but this gives us a chance to sit here and take a look at the cockpit controls, a little more of the detail. See the flight deck on your left there. You've got airspeed, altitude, and variometer. Got the basics. We might upgrade that later to give you more of the cross-country soar software effect. Okay, I've taken us out of pause mode, and let's see if we can go down here and take a look. There we go. Now we can see the controls working. There's up and down. The control horns run together for that, and there's left and right, and the control horns run differentially for that. And if you look out along the wing here, so our flaps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flap positions. You'll find that the glider is more difficult to control, the flaps all the way down. That's different than real life. X-Plane doesn't simulate it perfectly, and you'll notice it's a little harder to control with full flaps. I generally do not land with full flaps unless I absolutely have to. Usually land with 1 notch short of full flaps. And the winglets are active. Do your yaw control. There's the left one. That is different than in real life, and the reason that we have that is to compensate for some differences between real life and X-Plane. And you can also see your elevons working here. There's up elevator, there's down elevator, and there's right aileron and left aileron. And you'll see that the winglets are coupled in with the ailerons, and that is also to make the X-plane simulation fly a lot more like the models fly, and what we expect the full-size aircraft to fly like. So this isn't an exact appearance and movement to the actual aircraft, but it is as close as we can make it to how the models actually fly. And if we look straight overhead for the VR people, the big red ball there's the tow release. You can just look up and reach up and tap that and release your tow line, whether it be a tow plane or winch. Or if you're a joystick and keyboard user, you can just hit the space bar to release. So let me reset here, and we'll get ready for a takeoff. Peter, the gentleman who developed this simulator, is actually going to provide the footage of soaring at Torrey Pines, because he has the nice scenery packs loaded, which I haven't done yet, and it's much prettier that way. So in the middle here, we're going to switch over, and he will show the launch and flight and come back to land. I should note here that Peter is using X-Winch to launch his flights, which is a nice add-on that you can get from xplane.org. So you'll hear some other background noises, birds tweeting and commands getting ready to launch. It's really a nice little add-on, and you'll see the winch down at the other end of the runway with a couple of operators, and you'll see some other people gathered around, other gliders. It's a pretty cool add-on, and I recommend it. You're going to see two sequences here, one that is shot from the pilot's point of view, fixed, and Peter will fly a couple passes on the ridge and then do a right-hand approach to landing. And in the second flight, you're going to see the VR mode from his headset, and he's going to do a couple passes on the ridge and then come in for a landing with a left-hand pattern. I hope you enjoy them, and let's get ready to go.
Cable is on and secure. You have a weak link. All clear above, behind, and in front. Take up slack. All out. Cable is on and secure. You have a weak link. All clear above, behind, and in front. Take up slack. All out.
And we're back down. I hope you all enjoyed those flights. I especially like the one in VR mode. I think it's motivating me to go out and get my own set of goggles, despite the cost. Looks like tons of fun. I hope you all enjoy your simulator and working with X-Plane. Tell your friends that they can join Patreon and get one of their very own. And happy and safe flights until next time. Bye for now.